What happens if you try bending on my Minecraft server while mounted on an entity? There are several mountable entities in Minecraft, such as the boat, the minecart, or even the new camel mob. One really cool trick you can do as a waterbender is use the water bubble ability while riding a horse. This will let you ride your steed on the ocean floor. As an airbender, you can actually make boats fly with the air suction ability, and the best part is you can even take a passenger with you. If you're an earthbender, mounting a strider can be a really handy trick to avoid damaging yourself with your own lava bending abilities. If you're a bloodbender, you can use your abilities to pick up mobs that have players riding on top of them, meaning you can pick up multiple players at the same time. I wouldn't recommend using firebending while riding a pig because you'll probably just end up making bacon. Now, there are only a handful of bending abilities that can be used while mounted, specifically those which are activated by punching rather than crouching, as crouching will cause you to dismount. Don't forget to subscribe. Mining with earthbending on my Minecraft server, but if I find diamonds, the video ends. First, I'm going to pick earthbending. Nice. Next, I'm going to randomly teleport somewhere into the server. Alright, start by using the dig ability to break the #1 rule of Minecraft and burrow straight underground. By the way, the only reason I'm making this video is to show you guys just how good earthbending is on my server in real time. Once you get to deep slate, start using the earth tunnel ability to mine around your precious ores by holding crouch. I guarantee this process will take you less than 60 seconds almost every time. And like clockwork, there we have it, folks. Just too fucking easy. Camman18, are you proud of me? These are some BendersMC myths that you still believe. Bedrock is earthbendable. Okay, so it makes sense to assume that Bedrock would be an earthbendable material, but contrary to the popular skit that I made, Bedrock is not an earthbendable block, and that's mostly for your safety. Firebenders are fireproof. I don't know where you guys came up with this one, but last time I checked, firebenders are actually made out of flesh. And yes, it is possible to damage yourself with your own abilities, so be careful. Waterbenders can breathe underwater. I feel like this is the same one as the last one, but remember guys, waterbenders can swim super fast, but they need to breathe. However, if you use the water bubble ability, you don't really have to worry about that. Plant bending is a part of earthbending. Wrong. Let's not forget that plants consist of 80 to 95% water, which means it's a water-bending sub-element. If you already knew all of these, make sure to subscribe. These are some more BendersMC myths that you still believe. Wood is an earthbendable block. Bad news for any tree huggers out there, wood is not an earthbendable block. In fact, it's not bendable from any of the 4 elements. Firebenders can use the heat control ability to smelt raw metals. The heat control ability lets firebenders cook raw meat in their fist, and they can even turn sticks into torches. A lot of first-time users think they can also smelt metals, but unfortunately, you'll still need a furnace for that. Airbenders can put out campfires. The air breath ability is great because with one big blow, you can put out fires and even cool lava into obsidian. However, you'll be disappointed to know that airbending does not put out campfires, so hold on to your shovels. Diamond ore can be extracted. Extraction is one of the most convenient earthbending abilities, letting the user instantly extract ores by crouching. However, this ability is part of metal bending, and therefore only works on metal ores like iron, gold, and copper. What is my favorite bending type on my 4 Elements Minecraft server? Like a father to 4 children, you'd probably expect me to love and cherish each bending type equally. But just like being a father to 4 children, that would be a lie. Let's start with my least favorite element, airbending. If you like bald people or little kids with tattoos, this element is gonna blow your mind. Okay, I'll be real. I don't actually hate airbending, I just suck at using it, and therefore it's gonna be at the bottom of this list. Moving on to waterbending. This element is awesome. You can catch fish whenever you want, you can swim super fast, you can freeze people in balls of ice, and you probably have a very sexy mermaid girlfriend. Moving on to firebending, which I think is hands down the best element for combat in the game, but that's pretty much all it's good for. And finally, my favorite element is earthbending, just because of how well it integrates into Minecraft. Not only can you use it to build and destroy the land around you, it also has the most creative capabilities. Subscribe. This is the easiest way to stop a bloodbender on my 4 Elements Minecraft server. About a year ago, I made a video which featured a few ways to counter bloodbending, one of the most powerful abilities on BendersMC. Bloodbending, which is a waterbending sub-element, allows the user to manipulate blood inside mobs and players, which means they can pick up and even throw their enemies. While fall damage is the main culprit of bloodbending related accidents, it can also be used to puppet two allied players into attacking each other with their own weapons. Recently, a user on TikTok suggested a defense method I was unfamiliar with, which was to use the Raise Earth ability to block a bloodbender's ability. This is actually extremely easy to pull off. Just raise an earth wall in front of your enemy, and since their abilities lock on with their eyesight, they won't be able to activate their bloodbending. This will give you just enough time to strike back. What's your preferred way to fight bloodbenders? Tell me in the comments. Also, don't forget to subscribe. Can waterbending defeat 500 zombies on my 4 Elements Minecraft server? Okay, so this is one of my best waterbenders, and he's about to take on the living dead. He starts by using the Torrent ability to dish out some good damage, and then releases it for some crowd control. This gives him ample time to activate his Octopus Form ability, which provides the user with a 360-degree defense as long as they are constantly left clicking. He does this for a couple minutes to run down their numbers before finishing off the horde with his water arms. That wasn't nearly challenging enough, so let's see if he'll fare the same against baby zombies. He tries to start out with that same Torrent method, but baby zombies are fast, and he misclicks the ability and gets surrounded. But he activates his Octopus Form at the very last second. That maneuver right there definitely just saves his life. He's going to use that ability almost like a lawnmower to finish off every single one of them. That was way too easy. What should we fight next? Also, make sure you subscribe. Trial chambers now spawn on my 4 Elements Minecraft server, and here's a trick you might not know. But Blitz, trial chambers have been in the game for over 3 months. Okay, yeah, true. But somebody left this comment on Instagram about how easy it'll be to clear trial chambers with lightning bending. Now, if you haven't noticed, this guy is a fucking genius, because almost the entire floor of trial chambers are made of those new fancy copper blocks, which will essentially allow you to cook an entire trial chamber with just one lightning ability. Like, damn it, why didn't I think of that? You see, lightning abilities arc and conduct when they touch a metal surface like copper or water, meaning anything standing on or near those blocks will get electrocuted. Now, on paper, this is a really good idea, especially since lightning is one of the highest damaging abilities in the game, but let's see if this actually works. And as you can see, this trick is shockingly powerful. Just do this a couple times, and then you can easily farm all the vaults. Just make sure not to electrocute yourself while you do it. Subscribe. My 4 Elements Minecraft server is now officially on 1.21, which means you get trial chambers, the new crafter blocks, the breeze mob, and of course, the mace. A few months ago, I made a video about how overpowered airbending is going to be with the new mace item. Mostly because mace damage scales based on how far you fall, and since airbenders don't take fall damage, you're practically unstoppable. So how powerful really is airbending now? Let's start by testing it on a player with full diamond armor. You can fly up using your air jet's ability, and then fly down and smash your enemies. Diamond armor stood no chance to the mace, but what about netherite? Up, up, and away. As you can see, this airbender cuts through him like a hot knife cuts through butter. But what about the wither? Even with over 200 health, an airbender using the mace can easily two-shot a wither. And this might be the new best farming method for nether stars. Can't forget the warden. With over 500 health, the warden is Minecraft's toughest boss. Even with a height boost, an airbender will need to hit the warden at least 4 times to kill it. Can one waterbender defeat 500 endermen on my 4 Elements Minecraft server? This waterbender is taking on all of O-Block. He's gonna pop into his Octopus Form to get some 360-degree defense. Now, I covered the entire outside of the arena in leaves, meaning these guys have nowhere else to teleport. You might be surprised to see endermen taking water damage, but they're also taking magic damage at the same time, so it's gonna eliminate them twice as fast, even with that extra health. And in less than a minute, he has taken down the entire horde. That was clearly way too easy, so let's throw him 500 piglin brutes to fight instead. These guys are scary because they hold those giant golden axes, which will do a number on anybody's health. But this guy's looking to bring home the bacon today, literally. He's using Torrent for crowd control when his Octopus Form goes on cooldown. Otherwise, it's a really similar strategy, but it takes him a few more minutes to break up the crowd until there was only one left. What do you guys want to see next? Also, make sure you're subscribed. Here's some more people watching on my 4 Elements Minecraft server. First, I found this guy capturing a wild villager. But before I left, I noticed he was actually using his airbending as a way to move him in his minecart all the way back to his base. Guys, this might be the new strat. Next, I found this waterbender swimming around when he disappeared underneath this iceberg, which actually turned out to be his secret base. Sorry for exposing it, but it's a very cool base. It looks like some players have converted this old stronghold into their own shop for enchanted books and expensive items. And I gotta say, having an end portal is a genius way to attract customers. So this is one of the first times I've actually seen players in a trial chamber on the live server. It's super cool to see them, kind of weird, but you know, I hope they find some good loot. This waterbender is solving global warming one click at a time. As you can see, he's almost frozen over this entire river with his phase change ability. Okay, obviously there's a sizing glitch going on with it, but I still find it hilarious. Remember guys, the best part of people watching is that you guys are the main characters. Subscribe and join my server. Can one airbender defeat 500 zombies on my 4 Elements Minecraft server? This guy is going to start by giving himself a speed boost, before using his Gale Gust ability to effortlessly eliminate half the crowd with a fall damage alley-oop. Then he's going to activate his Tornado ability. Not only does this give him enough distance not to take any damage from the zombies, but it just creates the super satisfying Fountain of Death, which will just shred through the entire horde of zombies like it's nothing. He's going to sit on top of that little death torrent until he mops up the entire group. Clearly that was way too easy, so let's give him 500 baby zombies to fight instead. Baby zombies might be fast, but airbenders are faster. He's going to use that same trick with the Gale Gust to eliminate as many targets as he can while they're bunched up. That's a really smart thing to do. Then he's going to relax back into his Tornado ability. And I mean, come on guys, this has to be one of the most satisfying things you've ever seen in Minecraft. And within seconds, he's cleared out that entire arena. What do you guys want to see next? Also, consider hitting that subscribe button. Can one firebender defeat 500 zombies on my 4 Elements Minecraft server? This guy is going to start by using his fire kick combo before activating his wall of fire to stop the horde and then breathing fire. He's going to use his blaze and fire spin combos to maximize crowd control before striking the entire group with lightning. And because lightning bending has a chain effect with nearby mobs, he'll be able to take down several zombies at once. He's going to keep using his fire spin for knockback until he finishes off the group with his wall of fire. That was pretty easy, so let's see how he'll fare against 500 baby zombies. Again, he's going to start off with that fire kick, and then he's going to move towards the corner of the arena. His wall of fire is now extra effective since baby zombies have smaller hitboxes and more of them can take damage at the same time. He's going to stall them there for just long enough to strike and take down the entire group with one lightning bolt. That was even easier than the first one. So what do you guys want to see next? Can one earthbender defeat 500 zombies on my 4 Elements Minecraft server? First thing this guy's gonna do is jump on top of a giant boulder and then pummel the crowd. Then he's gonna go all the way up with his catapult ability and then hit the ground as he activates his shockwave ability. Probably the best crowd control tool in the game. He's gonna whittle down some more numbers using his lava bending before launching another shockwave and finishing up with his lava disc. This guy didn't even break a sweat, so let's try 500 baby zombies instead. First, he's gonna catapult himself onto the wall, where he creates this sort of makeshift diving board and then cannonballs into the center with his shockwave. Super effective and plus 100 aura points for that. Then he's gonna jump back on top of his trusty boulder, fly sky high, and drop into another shockwave. Just to be sure, he repeats that same maneuver and finishes off the horde. That was way too easy, guys. What do you want to see next? Also, make sure to subscribe. What will blood bend on my 4 Elements Minecraft server? Let's start with a regular player. It will blood bend. What about an iron golem? It will not blood bend. Next, let's try a snow golem. It can blood bend. What about this tiny slime? It blood bends too. What about a big slime? That also blood bends. What about a giant slime? Blood bendable. How about the Elder Guardian? And, of course, it blood bends. Let's try the Wither. You can blood bend it, but will it work on the Warden? Yup, that blood bends too. Now, let's blood bend your fingers onto that subscribe button on my 4 Elements Minecraft server. First, I found an earthbender using his Earth Smash ability to fly over a large amount of glitched chunks. It's a pretty bizarre sight, but there's even a hidden ocean monument mixed in, which would make for an awesome base. Speaking of building bases, I found this guy working on his house next to some really sexy pixel art of a pretty strange looking waterbender. Can this firebender defeat 5 zombies on my 4 Elements Minecraft server? No, I guess not. He's just gonna hide inside this house instead. This guy right here gets all the hose. Literally. I found some more players exploring trial chambers, which is great to see, but it looks like they're trying to turn it into some sort of item farm. I'm not really sure how this works. If you guys could explain it to me, I'd really appreciate that. Noobs are so funny, guys. Watch this dude earthbend himself into a hole, and like a total champ, he gets stuck in it, so I teleported him out. Be free, little one! And he's stuck again. Remember, guys, the best part about people watching is that you guys are the main characters. Subscribe and join my server. Can one airbender defeat 500 skeletons on my 4 Elements Minecraft server? Our airbender is going to start with a quick gale gust to break up the crowd, before activating, you guessed it, his air shield ability, which is going to deflect any projectiles fired his way, and since the crowd is so bunched up, it's going to get the skeletons to aggravate each other. He's pretty much going to finesse the entire group into damaging themselves before picking off the survivors one by one. That was clearly way too easy, so let's fight 400 skeletal knights instead. This guy is going to make great use of the gale gust ability and his airstream to lift up the crowd and use fall damage to do most of the work. Airbenders can move considerably faster than skeletons and skeleton horses, so he's going to dance circles around the group while abusing the fall damage method to clean up the entire horde. Was that easy or too easy? What should we fight next? Also, make sure you subscribe. Can one earthbender defeat 500 skeletons on my 4 Elements Minecraft server? Our earthbender is going to start by burrowing into the ground, not only to avoid getting hit by arrows, but to seal as many skeletons as he can in a permanent tomb. He's then gonna block off the crowd before catapulting up and then slamming back down into his shockwave ability. He's gonna combine his sand bending and his mud surge attacks to clean up the crowd before using another shockwave to finish off any survivors. That was clearly not challenging enough, so let's have him fight 400 skeletal knights instead. First, he's gonna wall off the crowd before using that same burrowing technique. Of course, he's gonna jump in the air and hit a shockwave so powerful it lags my PC. He's then gonna hop on top of a pillar and use that same shockwave again to keep the crowd control going until he corners the last of the skeletons. Guys, I think this was too easy. What should we fight next? Also, make sure to subscribe. So this shouldn't be possible in Minecraft. Recently, I was filming one of those arena-style videos for my Minecraft server, one waterbender versus 500 skeletons, and during the recording process, I came across this freak of nature. A skeleton that was both alive and dead at the same time. Now, I'm not really sure how the fuck this can even happen, or even why. As you can see, he's walking around just fine, but he's in like a suspended death animation. He can still shoot and attack players, which is terrifying, but he's unable to take damage because I guess simultaneously he has no health, but also infinite health. I swear to God, I have never seen this happen before. This started to remind me of that one paradox, Schrodinger's cat, which is basically like if you put a cat in a box and you can't see that cat, it's technically dead and alive at the same time, since you don't really know, right? Now imagine if somehow you're able to remove that box from the equation. I guess this is what the fuck that would look like. Schrodinger skeleton, only on BendersMC. We were eventually able to despawn it with commands, but if somebody could tell me how the hell this is even possible, I'd really appreciate it. It's been a long day. Please subscribe. Can one waterbender defeat 500 skeletons on my 4 Elements Minecraft server? Our waterbender is going to start by charging the crowd with his torrent ability. Not only does this deal damage around his character, but it also deflects projectiles, which are currently being fired at him in the hundreds. That's not only going to help him stay alive, but it's going to confuse the horde. If you pay attention, you'll notice a lot of skeletons fighting each other instead of the waterbender, which is essentially going to make the skeletons crowd control themselves. That was way too easy. So let's see how he'll fare against 400 skeletal knights. So believe it or not, there's actually 800 mobs in this arena right now, since all of these skeletons are on top of undead horses. Anyways, he's going to start off with some crowd control before moving back into that octopus form to get some 360-degree defense. He's going to mow them down for a while before forcing the rest of the skeletons into a corner where he finishes them off. What should we fight next? Also, subscribe. More BendersMC myths you still believe. Waterbenders can't bend in the nether. So I think we've all tried placing a water bucket in the nether, but surprise, surprise, it doesn't work. Now, waterbending, on the other hand, is a different story. As long as you have water bottles in your inventory, you can waterbend wherever you want in the nether. Additionally, this also works with ice blocks, and you can even bend the moisture out of nether plants. Players cannot bloodbend skeletons. Now, this one sort of makes sense, because if you think about it, skeletons don't have any blood in them, so they shouldn't be bloodbendable, right? But that's where you're wrong. Technically, bone marrow, or what's inside bones, consists of mostly white blood cells, which makes it blood bendable. Airbenders can't push TNT. Okay, so this information is going to be most useful for any factions players watching, because after this, you'll never have to build another TNT cannon ever again. Not only can airbenders yeet prime TNT with their abilities, but watch what happens if we combine TNT with the tornado ability. It creates a destructive force like none other. Subscribe and join my server. Can one one airbender defeat 500 breezes on my 4 Elements Minecraft server? This has probably been the most requested fight so far, so let's find out who the superior airbenders are. The breeze is a very interesting mob. Just like an airbender, the breeze shoots air projectiles to deal damage, and it's completely immune to fall damage. Luckily for our airbenders, they take reduced damage from wind charges, and he's actually able to deflect and redirect most of their projectiles with his air shield ability. This fight is very evenly matched. Both sides are having trouble dealing damage. In fact, it's almost impossible to crowd control breezes because of how agile they are. The best strategy our airbender has going is using his Gale Gust ability to group up as many as he can to deal tick damage. Airbending does not have the highest damage output, and since he cannot use fall damage or speed to his advantage, he's gonna have to take them out one by one. Wow, that wasn't easy at all. What should we fight next? Also, subscribe, please. Can one Earthbender defeat 300 Ravagers on my 4 Elements Minecraft server? First thing this guy is going to do is use his Earth Pillar ability to make a makeshift cage around his character. It's important to remember that Ravagers have a 2x2 hitbox, meaning they cannot go through 1 block wide spaces. So this Earthbender is just going to sit comfortably untouchable inside his fortress while using his lava bending to incinerate the dangers around him. Ravagers take a few minutes to cook, but if you just rinse and repeat this process a few times, you'll be able to take out the entire horde in no time. That was way easier than expected, so let's throw him 300 iron golems to fight instead. So this guy's going to use the earthbending version of the dream speedrun technique, getting himself on top of a pillar so that they cannot reach him. He's going to absolutely abuse his lava disc ability to cut down any and all iron golems surrounding his position. Lava disc is easily one of the best lava bending abilities in the game. As you can see, he's absolutely decimating these iron golems without suffering a scratch. What should we fight next? Also, subscribe if you thought that was cool. Here's some more people watching on my 4 Elements Minecraft server. First, I found this guy mining straight down with his earthbending. Wait, why is this dude covered in shit? Looks like I gotta remind these guys that death is a preferable alternative to communism. Looks like my work is done here. Glory to the free market, and only subscribe if you're a true patriot. Next, I found this player exploring a desert village that spawned in the middle of this forest biome. Check it out, part of it even goes underground. Speaking of the free market, let's see what's going on here. And it's more gambling. This guy probably just lost his whole life savings and is begging the clerk for it back. Meanwhile, this motherfucker is giving him the AFK stare. You see, every time I find an X-rayer to humiliate on my server, there's always one guy in the comment section who's like, imagine he was just mining normally and you banned him. You cannot gaslight me into believing this isn't X-ray patterns. Anyways, smile, bitch. Can this airbender defeat the Warden on my 4 Elements Minecraft server? We should probably suit up because the Warden is a tough fight, but apparently this airbender wants none of that. He's gonna start by giving himself a quick speed boost before using his Gale Gust and his Airstream abilities to damage the Warden with fall damage. Now, these abilities are providing more than just extra damage. If timed correctly, he can actually prevent the Warden from using its Sonic Shriek attack, and combined with his movement speed, he's almost untouchable. Now, that doesn't mean he hasn't had some close calls, but he's gonna need to use his knockback as often as possible since he's not wearing any armor. And also because airbending abilities don't really have super good base damage. Just watch this guy juggle the Warden a few more times with his abilities before securing the win. Now stop asking me to buff airbending. Oh, also subscribe. Can this firebender defeat the Warden on my 4 Elements Minecraft server? First, let's suit up because the Warden isn't an easy fight. Our firebender isn't gonna waste any time here, hitting some quick fire blasts and a fire kick combo to kick things off, before activating Fire Spin for some knockback. When the Warden gets too close, he's going to use his combustion bending abilities to throw the Warden into the air, and then use fall damage to take out some of his health. He's not just going to do this once or twice, but a lot. He's also going to try and use the Wall of Fire ability to slow him down, but the Warden is actually immune to that and walks right through it. He's gonna need a few golden apples here because he's taken a real beating, but like a total champ, he keeps up the combos and the knockback. The Warden is going to quickly eat a combustion rocket, and now watch this. He absolutely fries the Warden with his lightning bending. Total knockout. What bending should we try next? Also, subscribe. Can this waterbender defeat the Warden on my 4 Elements Minecraft server? First, let's suit up, because the Warden isn't an easy fight. Our waterbender is going to start with the Torrent's ability to dish out some crowd control. Then he's going to use Torrent again to freeze the Warden in a ball of ice before raising ice walls and detonating them to damage him with frozen shards. While this strategy does deal a lot of damage, it still leaves him vulnerable vulnerable to his sonic shrieks. Keep in mind, this waterbender is doing this completely blind. He's then gonna try and use the water flow ability to deal some handy fall damage. As you could imagine, this strategy seems to work even better with bloodbending, but you have to be careful since this ability has a cooldown. Freeze the warden again to get him stuck and deal some extra damage with the ice wall method. Then, right as the warden gets too close for comfort, flick him away with your bloodbending. That was way too easy. What bending should we try next? Also, make sure you subscribe. Can this earthbender defeat the warden on my 4 Elements Minecraft server? First, let's suit up because admittedly, this won't be easy. Our earthbender is going to start with a quick catapult and a shockwave to make some distance. Then he's going to trap the warden inside an earth dome. Now, this isn't foolproof since the warden can actually sonic shriek through walls, which definitely isn't overpowered. After that, he's going to get into his diving board technique and plunge into the ground with his shockwave before going and burrowing underneath the warden to get him stuck again, which seems like a goated strategy, but the warden eventually does free himself. Clearly that wasn't enough, so he's gonna take this a step further. First, hit him with another shockwave before using the crevice combo to swallow him up into a deadly ravine. Remember when I said this wouldn't be easy? Well, that was a fucking lie. Checkmate. The warden is gonna suffocate alone in the dark while our earthbender chews on a delicious golden apple. So what bending do you want to see next? Also, subscribe. Can this earthbender defeat the warden on my 4 Elements Minecraft server? How bending abilities on my 4 Elements Minecraft server look versus how they feel. How the shockwave ability for earthbenders on my server looks versus how it feels.
Hold on.
How traveling with airbending on my server looks versus how it feels.
Wanna see me run to that mountain and back? You wanna see me do it again?
How the jet's ability for firebenders on my Minecraft server looks versus how it feels. How the bloodbending sub-element on my Minecraft server looks versus how it feels.
I will tolerate your weakness no longer.
How subscribing to BendersMC looks versus how it feels.
Hell yeah! Hey, come on, baby! Come on! Yes! Come on!
These are the best bending combos on my 4 Elements Minecraft server, starting off with the crevice combo for earthbenders. You might recognize this from the intro to the Mythbenders series. Essentially, it lets you rip the earth open to create a giant ravine to swallow your enemies. You'll need to combine the collapse ability with the shockwave ability to activate this combo. Next up is Maelstrom for waterbenders, which creates a big whirlpool to suck down your opponents. You'll need to combine the phase change ability with the torrent ability to activate this combo. Moving on to firebending, which has access to the awesome fire spin combo. This move is great for crowd control and knockback. To activate this combo, you'll need to combine the fire blast and fire shield abilities. Finally, the airstream combo for airbenders will let you pick up players with a powerful vacuum and move them about however you please. To activate this combo, you'll need to combine air shield, air suction, and the air blast ability. Have you ever activated a combo on my server? Also, make sure to subscribe.
I love your videos. What is your favorite bending type? Blitz, how do I join the server on Bedrock? I've been playing BendersMC for 2 years. Please come look at my base on the survival server.
What a fucking bender! Oh my god, Jesus Christ. I mean, what a fucking asshole. Oh my god. That's right, motherfucker. It's over. How'd you find me? Coordinates tap on your ender chest. Jesus Christ, Morgan. Jesus fucking Christ. You're the Bay Harbor Bender. I really hate that username. Jesus Christ, man. You said that. I always knew there was something with you, but this shit? What can I say? You were right about me being a bloodbender. I never held it against you. My friends always thought I was crazy for becoming a mod. I had bending skills. I could have started my own server. And lately, I thought they might have been right. But this makes it all the worth it. I'm happy for you. Shut the fuck up. Let's get this over with. Morgan, you're done. Drop your items. Give it up. Toggle your bending. Would you do the same in my position? I wouldn't be in your position, you sick fuck! You sure about that? You might want to message Blitz. If you shoot me, who will prove your innocence? Maybe I'll just ban you myself! Go ahead and try. Here's some more people watching on my 4 Elements Minecraft server. First, I found an airbender and a firebender teaming up to fight this warden. They're not wearing any armor, so they must be pretty confident. Yeah, this isn't bound to end well.
That's just a stupid boulder!
It's not just a boulder. It's a rock. It's a big, beautiful old rock. Oh, the pioneers used to ride these babies for miles.
Remember guys, when you activate the plant armor ability, you become immune to drowning. This player clearly watched my recent video and is using it as a diving suit to raid this shipwreck. I always love finding a good cathedral on the server, even if it's low-key kind of brain rot. If you thought airbenders ruled the skies on my server, well, you'd be right. But not for much longer, as this player has taken it upon himself to build his own F-22 Raptor. These guys are embracing noob culture. They seem to be building a full-on dirt mansion, which is strange, but it better have a green top. These are some things you didn't know you could do with metal bending on my 4 Elements Minecraft server. For those who are new, metal bending is a sub-element of earth bending, and it can do some amazing things like the extraction ability, which lets you harvest metal ores by crouching. But everybody knows that. But I bet you didn't know that you can use that same ability on iron golems to extract metal from them. Your metal bending also gives you a passive ability which allows you to open iron doors and iron trapdoors by crouching at them. Not only is this going to save you a pressure plate or two, but it's going to make decorating so much easier. If you're still stuck in the early game phase on my server, you'll be happy to know that you can mend your iron tools and armor automatically with the quick weld ability. And if you thought iron nuggets were only good for making lanterns, then you've clearly never heard of the shrapnel ability. Punch once with nuggets in your inventory to snipe other players. Hold crouch while punching to activate shotgun mode and fire multiple nuggets at once. This also works with gold nuggets, so your piglin farms essentially just became bullet factories. Make sure to subscribe. Why would you use plant armor on my server if bending damage ignores regular armor stats? Well, my friend, you clearly don't know how special this ability truly is. So not only does plant armor go on top of your regular armor, but it actually has 9 built-in plant bending abilities that are controlled with your hotbar. Number 1 is Vine Whip, a quick projectile-based attack which can be used in succession. Number 2 is Razor Leaf, a disc-based projectile attack which can be thrown like a frisbee and returned like a boomerang. Number 3 is Tangle, a move which quickly stops your enemy in their tracks. Number 4 is Grapple, an ability which lets you swing on vines and attach to surfaces pretty much like Tarzan. Number 5 is Leap. This move gives you a powerful jump that can propel your character upwards or forwards. Number 6 is the Plant Shield, which is like a regular shield, but bigger. Number 7 is Leaf Dome, pretty much like Leaf Shield, but it goes all over. Number 8 is Regenerate, which will repair your plant armor if you crouch near plants. And number 9 is Disperse, which basically just takes off your armor. Bonus, while you're wearing plant armor, you're immune to taking fall damage or drowning. More BendersMC myths you still believe. Players can use dead bushes to plant bend. While dead bushes are classified as a plant block in Minecraft, unfortunately they don't meet the plant bendable criteria on my Minecraft server. Plant bending is a water bending sub-element, and because dead bushes are devoid of moisture, that means they can't be used like regular leaves to activate plant bending abilities. You can only use blood bending at night. According to Avatar, blood bending, which is another water bending sub-element, is a rare ability that can only be performed at night under a full moon. But on BendersMC, you can use it whenever you want, because admittedly, that's just more fun. Blue fire bending does more damage than red fire bending. I've heard a bunch of people say this, mostly because in real life, blue fire is recognized as the hottest type of flame, but on BendersMC, it serves as a cosmetic option to keep the gameplay balanced. Glass is not earth bendable. Unless you've been living under a rock, which is entirely possible if you're an earthbender, you'd know that glass is just melted sand. And because sand is an earth-bending block, that would mean glass is earth bendable. So how does bending on my server actually work? Let's break it down. If you've ever played Minecraft, you'd know that you have 9 main inventory slots, or your hotbar. If you've ever played on my server, you'll notice you have a scoreboard called slots on the right side of your screen. This is where you keep your bending moves, and you can cycle through them using your inventory hotbar. This means you can have up to 9 bending abilities equipped at the same time. So how do you get abilities on those slots? You can either equip our presets available in the /choose GUI, or you can manually equip them using the /bbind command. To see see all available moves for your element, run the /B display element command. Each ability is activated differently. Some can be activated by punching or crouching, some require you to do both, and some activate automatically. To find out how a move is activated, run /B help and then the move name. If you wish to save a certain loadout, you can do /B preset create and then the name of your preset. If you wish to clear all of your slots, you can do /B clear, and you can use the /B toggle command to turn your bending on and off.
It's parkour time, come outside.
Ugh, not now.
You know the drill. You can do the 1-block jump for the raw chicken, or attempt the 1-block vertical jump for the raw beef.
Here in Parkour Civilization, nobody chooses to jump for the raw beef. But I don't have to, because on this server, I'm an airbender.
Hey, you chose the chicken, not the beef. Give me that back.
I'll give you both of them back if you give me a ticket.
Okay, deal.
I really need this ticket so I can become a parkour pro and ascend to the next level of Parkour Civilization.
You idiot, how are you gonna get there with no hunger bars?
Oh, like this.
Wait, what?
Nice, I made it to the temple. Just gotta insert my ticket. No noob has ever completed this parkour course. Until now.
Halt! Before I can let you into Pro Parkour Society... Wait, where'd he go?
Oh man, this is so easy. Wait, where the hell am I?
This series doesn't even make any sense. Bending defeats the whole idea of Parkour Civilization.
Huh, it's almost like that's the point of the video. Yes, I'm talking to you.
It's parkour time. Come outside.
Fine, I'm coming.
You know the drill. You can do the 1-block jump for the raw chicken, or attempt the 1-block vertical jump for the raw beef.
Here in Parkour Civilization, nobody jumps for the raw beef. Especially not me, because on this server, I'm a firebender, and I can cook raw meat in my hand.
Wait, did you just cook that chicken in your hand?
No, I don't know what you're talking about.
If you can cook this beef for me, I'll give you a ticket.
Okay, deal. I really need this ticket so I could have a chance at becoming a parkour pro.
Yeah, that's not gonna happen.
Are you sure? Watch this.
Wait, are you flying with your firebending?
I don't even need to parkour in this civilization. My abilities are just that good. Nice, I made it. I just gotta insert my ticket. No parkour noob has ever made it to the top of the parkour temple. Likewise, no parkour noob has ever been a firebender either.
Halt, before I can let you become a parkour pro, I need you to do some 360 jumps for me.
Nope, not falling for this shit again.
It's parkour time, come outside.
Ugh, not again.
You know the drill. You can do the 1-block jump for the raw chicken, or attempt the 1-block vertical jump for the raw beef.
Here in Parkour Civilization, no one chooses to jump for the beef. But today, I'm gonna risk it all.
Whoa, nice job. That was actually impressive. Here, you can have this water bottle as a gift.
This was the moment I've been waiting for.
Hey, what the hell is this?
On this server, I'm actually a waterbender. I'll let you go, but only if you give me a ticket.
Okay, fine. Here you go.
Now I can travel to the Temple of Parkour and become a parkour pro.
Yeah, good luck with that. Wait, you forgot to let me go.
The journey to the temple was far. Luckily for me, I found a stray water block, which allowed me to use my wake fishing ability to collect some raw fish. Finally, I made it! No parkour noob has ever completed this course. But unlike them, I'm a waterbender.
Halt. Before I can let you into Pro Parkour Society, I need you to do some 360 jumps for me.
Ugh, fine. 1, 2... What the fuck?
I didn't tell you to stop. It's time for your daily parkour check.
Let's get this over with.
You know the drill. You can do the 1-block jump for the raw chicken, or attempt the 1-block vertical jump for the raw beef.
Here in Parkour Civilization, no one chooses to jump for the beef. Wait a second. On this server, I'm an earthbender, meaning my passives give me a jump boost when I'm standing on earthbendable blocks.
Hey, what are you doing? Only parkour pros can place blocks.
You never said we couldn't bend blocks. Hey, look, he dropped a ticket. That means if I can make it to the parkour temple, I have a chance to become a parkour pro. I just need to be extra careful. Good thing I only have to do 1-block jumps to get there. Okay, sweet, I'm almost there. Nice, I made it. Now I just have to insert my ticket. To become a parkour pro, I only have one chance. Wait, this is stupid. I'm not gonna do this. I'm just gonna use my earthbending to ride my boulder all the way to the top. Whoa, so this is what Pro Parkour Society looks like. It's got a pro statue, a noob statue, and what the fuck? These are some things you should know before joining my 4 Elements Minecraft server. First thing to know is how to choose your bending type. Either use the avatar NPC at spawn to access this fancy GUI, or you can type the /choose commands to switch your element at any time, so don't take any unnecessary trips back to spawn. Speaking of trips, if you're trying to get into the wild and start your base, run through this giant portal. Seriously, you can't miss it. This will randomly teleport you thousands of blocks into the world. Next, once you find a great place to build your base, set a spawn point by running the command /set_home. You can then teleport back to that spot anytime by running the /home command. Once you build that awesome base, use a golden shovel, which you can get for free in the starter kit, to claim your land. While griefing is against the rules on survival, it is your job to protect your build. So just click each corner of your base to grief protect it. And finally, the IP to the server is play.bendersmc.co. The server is cross-compatible for both Java and Bedrock, meaning you can play on any device. More BendersMC myths you still believe. Bending doesn't affect dropped items. Believe it or not, you can actually use your air bending to vacuum up dropped items. Additionally, if you're skilled enough, you can also do the same thing with water bending. But if you're a real menace, you can burn items with your fire bending. You can fish for treasures with wake fishing. Bending is generally more useful than Minecraft farming methods, but unfortunately, you can only catch fish with your water bending. So if you're trying to catch something worth more, I'd stick to the fishing rod. You can duplicate ingots with the metal fragments ability. Metal benders have the metal fragments ability, which can be used to shoot metal ingots out of iron or gold blocks, but many players think they can use this as a duping method if they set up a hopper with a chest. This actually used to be true a couple years ago, but since then it's been patched. You can smelt raw metal with heat control. The heat control ability is great because it lets you cook raw food in your fist as a firebender, but it doesn't work with metal. Instead, you can use your fire blast ability to light a furnace and then smelt that raw metal for free. Alright, just caught enough fish for dinner. You hungry yet? Yeah, I just finished mining some diamonds with my earthbending. Sounds like a good trade. Hurry back to base. Yeah, I'm on my way. Wait a second, was that you? Was what me? I'm at the base, remember? I swear I just saw somebody down here. Never mind. And dinner is served. Wait, bro, are you good? I don't know, I think I'm still a little shaken up from the encounter I had in the cave. Dude, it's probably nothing. Besides, if anything happens, I'll protect you with my water bending. Thanks, man. You know what, I'm gonna go harvest a sugarcane. Good idea. That should be all. Wait, what the hell is that? Dude, come out here. There's somebody in the forest. Bullshit. Give me your spyglass. He's right over there by that tree, see? There's nothing over there. Wait, what? Give me that! But it was right there. I'm telling you. Wait, where'd you go? Oh, no. Show yourself to me, entity. I'm not afraid of you. Okay, never mind. I'm out of here. Ha! Priceless.